From what I've heard of
You have
dwarven
come at a
politics,
difficult time.
I'm almost surprised we haven't seen blood running these streets.
Lord Harold is... Sorry, can't talk. Crier's word.
This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory. This has dragged on too long. It's an insult to King Endrin's memory.
I hope you'll support Lord Haramont.
News of the hour. Support Lord Haramont at your own peril. Darkspawn will overrun...
Such big houses they have.
I require a moment of silence to take in this magnificent sight.
Thief! Who would dare take from the memories? Warden, I'm outraged. A thief in the Shapered. What have we been reduced to? I did. He was bald, with the most garish brand across his head. Almost... he's probably in the slums somewhere. As if he'd find a buyer for a stolen tome in Dust Town. They couldn't know the value.
Oh, pardon me. Not that I could really help. I, don't know the libraries very well. I'm just doing some research. Not exactly, but... I'm looking for any birth records from the old Orton Tig. It fell in the last blight, and my mother's family claims to be related. If I'm an Orton, it means I'm noble. I'd have my own house. Unfortunately, any records would be buried in the Tig's ruins, somewhere in the deep roads. A Grey Warden? Mother always said that if anyone could find... I hear Prince Balin and Lord Haramont have both been sending out small teams these days. Yes, if you can find the Tig and any records, that could do it. That... if you could. Maybe now that you're looking. It's almost too much.
Shh! Doing very important work.
I'm quite busy. Please do not disturb me.
When I last walked this hall, Endrin was king and Orzammar was... The memories often speak of the swiftness with which change overtakes us. But it is different to see it firsthand. I apologize, Warden. I should not burden a stranger with such thoughts. I am Zebor, the Shaper of Memories. The Grey Warden's visit has been recorded in the memories, along with all who accompany you. Ask, and I shall do my best to answer. All dwarves who die return to the stone as ancestors, to guide their families forever. A paragon is a dwarf whose accomplishments change Orzammar so much that the Assembly recognizes they've been born blessed. They are venerated as living ancestors and found a new noble house forever bearing their name. Branka is a paragon. Now, she was born a smith, but her inventions caught the Assembly's eye. Before she had seen 20 years, she created a smokeless coal. It could burn in a cave without vents and no one would choke from it. It earned her paragon status. She went into the deep roads 2 years ago seeking out secrets of the ancient smiths. She never returned. According to our legends, 7 brothers founded our empire. The youngest, Bloadlik, his children formed the noble caste. The eldest, Giachet, trained his sons. Shatkyar founded the artisans. Orzatyar forged our first swords. It was Orzammar who dug the mines that became our city's. The twins Koapar and Nacht both founded trading houses, but Nacht was wounded in battle. On his recovery, he swore to serve his brother's sons. The casteless descend from criminals and those repudiated by their own, or who chose to go to the surface and live by human laws. They have no ancestors to guide them. They should not have been born. Their parents defied their shame and brought cursed children into the world. It's better they die young. Their births are not recorded in the memories. In Orzammar, is there something more pleasant you wish to discuss? We were a great empire once. We traded with your Tevinter Imperium, and our land stretched as far in the deep roads as theirs did above. Kal Sharok, but we lost too many battles. We lost our golems, and we lost our territory. Now the Empire is simply ruined tunnels filled with darkspawn. The Paragon Caridon, a smith of unsurpassed genius, invented the golems. One golem is worth 12 dwarves in battle, but Caridon's tide, when it fell, we lost his secret to creating golems. There are books about it along these walls if you would read more. Yes, we have only a few dozen left in Orzammar, and I do not Where did you find it? Every golem.
I'd sooner jump into a pit of lava.
Unfortunate. Was there anything else? I must tell the rest of the Shaperate about this discovery. At the other side of the old empire, during the last blight, the kings of they sealed the deep roads, abandoning everyone still trapped in far-flung settlements. Kal Sharok is the only other city to outlast the blight. We only rediscovered them recently, and they still haven't forgiven us. I will settle your mind if I can, Warden. Please, speak your mind. That is an odd request, especially for one so new to our city. I thought so. This is not the... My answer to Brother Burkle hasn't changed. On what basis would you have me insult the ancestors and overturn 2,000 years of tradition? He seems a charitable man, but that is a thin thread on which to tie Orzammar's traditions. Very well, he may hold a prayer meeting as he requested, if not build a new temple to his god. At least the words would come from one of our own. Now, is there anything more? I will record this conversation in the memories. I hope I do not come to regret it.
Very well. It will be done. Very well. It will be done.
Warden. It is always a blessing for Orzammar. I am Vartak Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring? It would be I hear you seek the aid of Orzammar's finest. Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's library. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now. You must understand, Harrowmont hides behind his good reputation while sending spies in this. It's been like a knife in the heart for Balin to see so many of his father's men stand with the usurper. Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery, but if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence...
Irrefutable evidence?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude. Harrowmont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers. Lady Dace and Harrowmont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrowmont gave each of them. Once they see those... Very well. I will be here.
The Assembly is in session. Enter quietly if you wish to observe.
Your mind has gone to dust if you think we would pass such a writ. Half our houses would go broke without the service trade.
The proposal is only effective until we have a king to ensure we are respected by the surfacers.
Leaving you conveniently positioned to take over all contracts. I'll see your head on a pike first.
Deshers, lords and ladies of the Assembly. I've already doubled the guard to prevent violence. Must I summon more?
Steward Bandalore, Balin's sympathizers are tying our hands with trivialities. They may as well open us to the sky.
I suggest we put the matter to a vote.
And I suggest you have a taste of my family's mace.
Enough! The Assembly is in recess until the members can regain control of their emotions. Stone-forsaken fool. I'm sorry. This is the Assembly of the Clans. Only Deshers and occasional guests of state are allowed in. Oh, Stone. You must be the Grey Warden. I completely forgot. Welcome to Orzammar, Warden. I hope you... Respect for your role is great, but you won't receive a proper hearing until we have a king on the throne. I must admit, Warden, I am at a loss myself. It lies with Prince Balin or Lord Harrowmont, and the Dulin Verender, Harrowmont's man, can be found at the Harrowmont estate. I only wish there was more I could do.
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Verender, second to Lord Harrowmont, King Endrin's own. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help. In an ordinary time, Lord Harrowmont would be... Unfortunately, we've already caught more than one of Balin's spies approaching, so I'm afraid I won't be able to take your word. If you want to speak to Harrowmont, you will need to prove he can trust you. That's a generous offer. If you mean it, you might attend the proving today. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrowmont's best fighters into stepping down. It would certainly make your loyalties loud and clear. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrowmont would have no fear of meeting with you then. Excellent. The arena is located off the Commons. Talk to the key fighters we lost were Guidon and Baisel. You can look for them in the fighters' preparation chambers behind the ring. And be sure it's before the fights begin. After the first bout, no one may change the roster. If you need to find me again, I will wait in the Tapster's Tavern off the Commons. There is no better place to hear gossip. Perhaps even word of your victory. No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
It will be done. As you say.
Ask me anything.
Of course. As you say. Of course.
By the ancestors. Good on you, Warden. You caught them in the act. I guess
It will be
desperate
done.
times drive people to strange things. Thanks again, Warden.
A new offensive is required against the Darkspawn.
Raise your voice in support of Lord Harrowmont,
The one true king and our future savior.
2 years tomorrow. By all the holy.
sodding ancestors. How can you people just ignore that?
Branka didn't go away.
If you're looking for Lord Dulan Forender, you'll find him at Tapestry.
You must be under great strain with the blight upon the land. Stone.
It speaks. It speaks.
Of course.
Have you... I'm only asking because you never know who's gonna get up. Right?
Why, thank you so much.
Have you given any thought to your future, Shane?
I was thinking I might, join the Chantry, become divine, and have giant Andraste golems fashioned to conquer the lands.
Truly?
No.
It was a serious question. One day the quest of these Grey Wardens will be finished one way or another.
It seems I must retract a statement I made earlier. The Elder Mage is not at all like my former master.
Oh? That's a good thing, is it?
It is, unless you happen to like having your head crushed. Not that I remember doing that.
You know, I think I even remember who you speak of. His name was Wilhelm, yes? From the Free Marches?
It was Wilhelm of shrill voice and the control rod that he enjoyed wielding very much. Any more than that, he did not divulge.
Well, if it was the same man, he had quite the reputation. A scholar of some means who disappeared mysteriously.
Mystery solved. I killed him. I expect I smiled, much as I'm able to.
You do speak your mind, don't you?
Fortunately, no other part of me has anything to say.
Heard about all those mages in Lake Kallenhar? They have been turned into a pack of demons.
As you say.
Welcome back, friend. You'll be glad to learn that the Circle is well on its way to recovery. You've already done much for the Circle.
Now you must... Ozma. Indeed. It is common knowledge that dwarves lack the aptitude for spellcraft. She will never be able to weave the simplest magic, no matter how hard she tries. Fascinating. I suppose the circle should be flattered. I see. If she is willing to sacrifice, tell Dagna of Orzammar that this path will not be. She will live and study with the Tranquil, and perhaps the apprentices, when it is appropriate. Ah, if only the circle was in better shape. I fear she may be disappointed when she arrives. This will be interesting. She could tell us. Yes, the more I shall take this as an indication that perhaps things are starting to look up for the sir. I wish...
If there's anything I can do for you, I'm sure.
Enchantment? Enchantment!
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. I'm sure you...
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Hello, how can I...
It's you, and it's been, well, quite a while. Oh, please tell me what they said. Ancestors, bless you. I can't believe it. There hasn't even been a dwarven observer in the circle since Urelden in the 13th century. I need to pack. No, my parents would get suspicious. I need to go. Is there anything I should bring? Books? Tuition? Then I should go before my parents come looking. If you ever go to the circle again,
Alistair, what's this?
It's a sock.
It's a filthy sock. How did it find its way to my bedroll?
Maybe it likes you. Socks are sneaky like that. Anyway, it's not mine.
It has your name stitched on it.
Oh, part of Templar training back at the Chantry. The men were always getting their socks mixed up. Anyway, sorry about that. I'll take it from you right now. One of my socks is feeling a little damp anyway. A change would be nice.
You're going to put it on? It's filthy.
And dry. We're not exactly traveling in the lap of luxury here.
Hideous habits you've picked up.
Good day to you.
Can you believe how many families are supporting Baron?
Very well.
Do not disturb me. I must meditate before my fight. You looking at something? Get out of here!
Don't take it personally. Hana-shan's a member of the Silent Sisters. She doesn't talk to anyone. I am Ferinden. I serve as Hana-shan's trainer and translator. As a Silent Sister, Hana-shan cut out her tongue like the ancient paragon, Astith the Grey. As you might imagine, she requires my services for more mundane tasks. They're an order of female warriors, founded by Astith the Grey, a woman of the warrior caste who first fought for women's right to be sold. When no one listened to her words, Astith cut out her tongue and dedicated herself to training. The women who joined her order cut out their tongues in her honor. The Silent Sisters support the sitting king. They are loyal servants to the Idukans. May the ancestors
You new in the fights? I don't remember seeing you before.
Was. Name's Guidon, and I just tendered my resignation. Somehow I don't think the ancestors will favor me today. It's not so much what happened, as what's going to. I heard from a reliable source, Lord Harriman's already... Balin called this whole proving to let his lordship save face when he concedes. Oh? And where did you hear this, that's more reliable than a member of the Assembly? I suppose there's nothing his lordship would do without Maybe you're right. I'm just a warrior. If I find out this whole thing was some flunky of Balin's lying to me for his own gain, Maybe I will at that.
Fine to see you here, Warden. A number of people have told me they hope to see you. It's a rare opportunity to fight against someone so exotically trained. In fact, a few were hoping you'd take part in some informal action. Assembly restricted, not illegal. All that ritual lets nobles Some of us prefer an honest spectacle. And say the word and I'll line up a team from one of the younger houses. They don't often get a chance to test. They're a hungry bunch who employ unusual tactics. Understand that there's no concern for fairness here. Your battles will be hard. The younger houses are interested in unorthodox tactics. We give small payouts, maybe a bonus from time to time, but this isn't about money. It's about skill and We've got some young fighters ready to go.
We will fight.
Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go again. I'll be here.
Watch for Piotr Naidukin. He's won the squad combat 4. He has 11 decapitations so far. He needs just 3 more for the one-season record. Front row seats at every grand proving since my father took me on his shoulders. Name's Varric. I got a controlling interest in a mine off the old Roostin Tig. But my backers know not to hand me a pick any day there's blood on the stone, if you know what I mean. They change from round to round. Sometimes it's bare hand. It's announced when the fight begins. That's about all the warning anyone gets. Me? Are you out of your mind? I'm a miner, not a warrior. Sure. Like King Endrin was just a noble. Any dispute brought to the proving ground is settled by the ends.
Look, I already told the Proving Master I withdrew. Do you have to keep harassing me? Why, I'm Basil Harrimont, but you know that. Why else would you, If you weren't looking for me, do me a favor and pretend I never said it. So I take it you weren't sent here to find out if I withdrew from the proving. In that case, never mind. Look, it's just, when I was younger, I had a thing with this Idukan girl, Revelka. Lesser cousin, nowhere near the... Her family wanted her marrying up, so they matched her with a BMO. But we didn't exactly stop seeing each other. Balin's fighter, Miaja, showed me love letters they have. From Revelka, if I fight, they'll expose us. You do that? I don't know how to thank you. I know it's my own fault, but I'd have married her. Balin's fighter, Miaja, has the letters. If you make sure she never shows them to anyone. But you need to find them quickly. Registration's closed when...
This area is off limits. Combatants only. Is that an accusation? It's illegal to threaten proving fighters outside the ring.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. That's another story.
You haven't been here long. You'll learn
As long as someone...
Come on, Luke John. You are quickly overstepping your welcome. This area is off limits. Combatants only.
Not helping them keep their dirty secrets, though. I bet you would.
Just tell Bud.
Then you'll see them. On the...
Come on, Luke John. You are quickly overstepping your welcome. As you like. Of course.
Guards, remove this intruder. Guards, remove this intruder. Guards, remove this intruder.
Go away. I don't talk to admirers until after.
As you said. Allow me. I could do that for you.
The proving's almost starting. I should leave if you haven't found anything. Where did you get those? No, I can't say what it means to know my Revelka is safe. I will be glad to fight for Haremont. Thank you again.
Ready for some unofficial training opportunities? We've got some young fighters ready to go. Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. Let me know if you want to go. We've got some young fighters. Good job, Warden. You've earned a portion of the receipts. I'll be... Ready for some unofficial training opportunity? We've got some young
We will meet. Fight shortly.
Very well.
Taught our fighters some valuable lessons. It will take some time before they are ready to challenge you again. Take this with my thanks. Good work, Warden. You're amazingly skilled.
The proving will begin shortly. I'm sure you can find a... Or were you here to take part in the fight? Well, that's a surprise. Never thought the Grey Wardens would take an interest in our king. Let me just put you into the schedule here. Now, is there a particular name you wish listed? I'll just call you Grey Warden, since those elven names are such a mouthful. We actually have an opening in the first round. Are you ready to start? Fight start at the gong and go to first blood. No eye gouging, no groin pulls. The rules of each bout will be announced. You should be comfortable with normal weapons and lyrium enhanced weapons, in single combat, pairs, or battle. Are you ready to start? That's what I like to hear. I will warn you though. Once the fights begin, there are no new additions to the roster. All withdrawals are treated as losses and a sign of the end. Do you want to start, or would you like some time? The fighters' quarters are behind the ring. Go down to the ring then. This is a glory proving, fought under the eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar to honor the memory of King Endrin. First up is Sewern of the Warrior Caste. Many of you remember when Sewern made history as a lad of 12 by defeating his own father in this very ring. Today, he fights as a champion for Prince Balin. Opposing him, in Lord Haramont's name, is a member of the famed Grey Wardens.
In the name of House Idukan and our future King Balin.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Of course.
The winner is the Grey Warden! That was an exciting start, Warden. Sewern is rarely trounced, and so thoroughly. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! This is a glory proving. This round, Haramont's champion takes on the notorious duo. The Warrior Caste's twin terrors, now fighting for Prince Balin, Biaja and Lukja.
May the stone honor you.
When you fall.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is the Grey Warden! Well, that was an exciting bout. 2-on-1, and you took them both easily. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! Let us go. This is a Haramont's champion cleared the stone, but can she hold out against the Paragon's own favorites, the Silent Sisters? We'll find out as the Warden faces Lady Hanashan, who proves her worth to Paragon Ashtith the Grey by cutting out her own tongue. And to our Prince Balin by fighting in his name. First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight! The winner is the... Haramont will be pleased, Warden. The Silent Sister support was a great boost for Balin. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent! This round is paired combat. Just as Kiatchet fought as King Bloodlik II, defending our empire, so have dwarves always fought alongside a second. Master of all weapons, prisoner of none, Wojek Ivo has never won the same way twice. What will he do today, lords and ladies? And will it win the day for Prince Balin? Grey Warden, Choose your second, for you face Wojciech Ivo and Valans.
Your trust humbles me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight! The winner is... Wojciech Ivo is one of the best this arena has seen, Warden. Harriman picked wisely. Are you ready for your next opponent? Excellent. This is a glow. Only 2 warriors remain. Fighting for his royal cousin Balin, Jotun Iduken has led his team to triumph over every unit so far. Challenging him on behalf of Lord Harriman, the Grey Warden has risen from nothing to stand at the competition summit. Each will lead a full unit of 4 soldiers to see once and for all whom the ancestors favor.
You fight well, but your judgment is questionable. The throne will never leave House Iduken.
You honor me.
Last one standing will be declared victor. Fight! The winner is the Grey Warden! Congratulations! You defeated the man Prince Trian himself once called the Horns of my army. Do you deny this Grey Warden has earned the championship? Then it is my honor to declare this Grey Warden champion of the Proving, who has shown that the ancestors favor Lord Harriman. The ancestors speak through you.
You showed them! The ancestors are smiling on Lord Harriman today.
That was an excellent showing. We were honored.
I can't believe it! The ancestors came out of the sodding ground to kiss your feet, Justin.
I heard about what happened and I don't really know what to say. But I feel like I need to say something. Sorry, perhaps.
I do not need sympathy, so do not feel obliged to give me comfort. We all die, Liliana, and we all know it.
Andraste teaches that patience is the child of wisdom, but I'm eager to hear if you've seen the Shaper. Oh, praise the Maker! You truly... I already found a convert among the merchants who offered his shop as a temporary chantry. It's... Please, come to our...
What do you want, Warden? You're out of your element down here. I'm no fool. Nobody just wanders around in dust town. You've walked into a sodding fight, Warden, and I've already passed your stupid tome along. Too bad for you.
Yes? Why is someone like you hanging about Dusttown so much? No.
Did you speak often with Caleb?
You're asking me if I had a relationship with my brother.
Yes. I wonder what he thought of you.
I don't think he cared much about my existence. I didn't mean anything to him. Anyway, to answer your original question, no. We never spoke. Well, maybe once. Marek and Kaelin had come to Redcliffe to visit the Arl. I was very young then. We were introduced. I believe I said, "Greetings, Your Highness."
Enemies ahead. Of course. I have eaten one. Go with you now.
This deal was all their making, Warden. Technically, I haven't done anything wrong. We haven't, unless you want to make a few coins. Not that I'm suggesting anything, but you're holding the prize now. I have a collector in mind. Who actually sells the item doesn't matter. It's your call. As always, I let people make their own decisions. Yes, well, I'll keep my nose clean until you're long gone. How about that? I merely exploit opportunity.
There are many great tales of lost kings who return to their lands to reign in glory.
I am not lost, nor for that matter, a king. And there's nothing glorious.
You are Merrick's son. You are the...
What's on your mind? It is no truth.
This is all I have right now. I could get more if I sell something.
Well, well. Looks like we have a visitor. Friend of yours?
Is there a problem here, friend? Are these men threatening you?
Please, don't get involved with this. You don't know what they're like.
Then allow me to make some introductions. Lucky us, the merciful Jarvia is offering protection from the chaos. So if you want the Carter's guarantee of safety, it's yours for the reasonable price of 10 gold sovereigns. Or I can't say. You really should learn more about the places you... It's a commercial venture of like-minded individuals who make money in whatever way suits their talents. You say protection racket, I say honorable business. You say thief, I say dead elf. Are you going to make your donation to the Stranger Safety Fund? Or do I have to show you how dangerous Orzammar is? Whoa, whoa. All right, you win. I'm not gonna die for 10 lousy sovereigns.
Ancestors, bless you for saving my poor store. I don't know how to express my gratitude. I've never met her, of course. They say that's the older area of the city where she's the one directing this depravity. Since good King Endrin died, they're getting bolder. They used to be a problem only in Dusttown, but now they're in the Commons, shaking honest men down for coin. A band of castless thugs. They're to blame for all the crime and they're criminals, and the children of criminals. The ancestors themselves declared them irredeemable. Their births are abominations. They were born from no Kalna, with no... Now, if you'll excuse me. Did you have something more pleasant you wish to discuss? I'm showing you the lowest price.
Yes, Warden. What is it?
Yeah.
As you say.
Lord Balin is a bad, bad man!
Allow me. I could do that for you.
These are the personal apartments of High General Lord Harrowmont. No visitors are allowed at this time.
Mm-hmm.
Even Balin's father
Paramount is the
rejected him
rightful
in the
king,
end.
and you know that.
If you're looking for Lord Dueling Horrendous, you'll find him in the capsule. Take that.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorse Lord Balin as the new king. And it must come quickly.
No one enters the prince's estate without an invitation.
Lord Balin is the voice of change and defense. Lord Haramont is the voice of stagnation and ruin.
You found it. Warden, you have my gratitude. You're a bright spot in an otherwise dark time. At least someone is willing to stand up for tradition. Thank you again.
News of the hour. Does Lord Haramont think that Orzammar can hold News of the hour. 3 more clans endorse Lord Haramont.
Trosvala, champion. I hear your performance in the proving was nothing short of amazing. I must thank you for bringing both Baisel and Guidon back into the fight. His lordship was touched to see his old friends stand for him. There can no longer be any doubt where your sympathies lie. If you're ready, Lord Harrowmont will see you now. His lordship is looking forward.
I appreciate what you have done, Warden, and I apologize for putting one of your rank through such trials. I am Lord Pyral Harrowmont, and I thank you for your efforts to help me preserve King Endrin's throne. You may not know the story, but Balin is actually the youngest of three. Endrin's eldest, Trian, was murdered in the Deep Roads not a year ago. His middle son was found standing over the body and was exiled. But I've always found it suspicious that Balin knew just where to look. Endrin loved his sons too much to voice such suspicions. But he knew Balin's only interest in ruling was to further his own power. Balin resents me because I did not believe his setup. I wanted a full investigation, a trial, not this knee-jerk reaction. It speaks poorly of Balin that Endrin himself was the first to think that he should not be trusted. I have never sought the throne. My role was to serve Endrin, first as his advisor. Harrowmont has never been king, and I always assumed Trian would rule. But both Endrin and my colleagues have asked me to step up, and I will not back down when Orzammar needs me. The Assembly represents the voices of the wisest. While we need a single king to preside over important functions and lead us in battle, the Assembly better represents all in Orzammar. For us, the Darkspawn are a constant menace, so a blight may not elicit the same urgency you are used to. Ultimately, the Assembly decides what troops to send. If they no longer fear civil war, they'll have... If you want my support to count, I will have to be king. And right now, there is no sure... Have you heard of a woman named Jarvia and the criminal carter she runs? The Assembly receives pleas every day from the common folk, begging that something be done about her. So far, no one has managed. Jarvia hides her base in Dust Town, the raw edges of the city where no one lives but casteless and criminals. If you would help me in this, it would show the Assembly that I, and not Balin, have the ability to defend and rule this city. Do this, and I promise if I take the throne, I will not stop. Look for Jarvia in Dust Town.
His lordship appreciates your support.
You have come at a difficult time. Orzammon.
Harrowmark has fucked the warden.
Didn't get enough of the architectural beauty of Dusttown? You need old Nadezhda to play Torg. Know it? I lived it, my friend. And let me... Jarvia took over the Carta not more than a year ago, and already she's got every duster with both legs bearing swords for her. Won't be easy. She's got Carta members all carrying these fingerbone tokens. She scratches some mark into them, so she'll know they came from... There's doors to her base all over the city, but only one is ever open at a time. And if you show up without a token, you'd never know it was there. Can't help you there, Selrocka. But that's worth something, right? Maybe just a little. I'll think of you when I go to bed.
you're back. You got more business for me? Enough to know she don't fancy strangers asking questions. Only Jarvia's men know all the entrances to her base. But I tell you, I've watched them. They go up to what, like there's a secret door. There's one just across the way. Watch long enough and you'll see. Now you want to buy something, or are we done? Of course.
Of course.